Thank you, Mr. President, and my distinguished colleagues. My name is Senator Adetokunbo Abiru, and I represent Lagos East. I also would like to join my colleagues in lending my voice to this all-important bill. Mr. President and my distinguished colleagues, I think that, number one, on the issue of the 2024 Appropriation Act, I think that I fully support this proposal because, as we all know today, part of what we need to continuously do in the environment, and particularly in the economy, is to continue to find a way to improve all of our infrastructure. And I think the focus of this particular amendment is in that area. And of course, you know, with infrastructure, you create more jobs. We also reduce logistics cost, which is also part of the major cost. If you look at the composition of the inflation index, part of what accounts for the rising inflation too is in the area of logistic costs in terms of movement of goods and services. And I think that, you know, projects that are focused, that are properly identified here, will continuously help us reduce some of the pressure that we see in this in the sectors, the various sectors of the economy. Now, speaking to the other proposal, which is the Finance Act amendment, and specifically relating to windfall tax, I also support it wholeheartedly because I think that this is we should also salute the executive for being ingenious in taking advantage of this opportunity. The windfall that we are looking at here, the reality is that the banks themselves will have done a proper dimensioning of both their foreign assets and liabilities. And that is how come they will arrive at some profit, which they will have taken into their accounts for the year ended 2023. And just like one of my colleagues mentioned, these are profits that will have arisen from the policy decisions of this current administration, particularly around the liberalization of the foreign exchange market. So taking a one-off charge of it, I think is smart enough so that they don't just continue to report it as their own creation, because it's a creation of the opportunities in the environment. So, and importantly as well, it is also a way to continue to be very creative in looking for revenue areas for the country, such that our reliance or the incidence of borrowings are also reduced. And also in funding all of these capital expenditure that we are talking about, or the amendment that we are putting forward, also we are creating avenues for funding it. So on my part, I fully support the proposals as presented. Thank you, Mr. President, and my distinguished colleagues.
Thank you, Senator Abiru, for